So if you are a Maya user, you must have noticed that there is a trade finder or trade scanner that I've added recently. It shows up at the top menu, and when you click on that, you will be on this screen, and it has two sections: filter criteria and results. So if you look at the filter criteria, there are three types: mean reversion, earnings iron condor, and TTM squeeze. It finds you three kinds of trades. Now you may ask me that since you're subscribed to Maya and Maya does send you trade alerts when it takes trades, why have this scanner in the first place? And the reason I built this is, as you know, Maya is a very conservative trading algorithm. So it has its own view of the markets. When it thinks that the markets are not favorable, it actually stops trading. So, example, as of today, for the last 5 weeks, Maya hasn't taken any trades, and which is perfectly fine because over trading doesn't mean making more money. So Maya does is pretty good about identifying a favorable environment, and then if it does, it finds trades. If it doesn't, it goes into sleep mode. So there may be times when you may want to look for your own trades. So that's what this tool is. Um, you don't have to depend on Maya to send you trade alerts. You can run the scanner, you can leverage Maya's scanning engine and see what trades it would have identified, even if it's in sleep mode. In sleep mode, it's not going to take any trades. But when you run the scanner, it will show you what trades it would have found if it thought markets were favorable. So then you can make your own assessment after that. So as you know, mean reversion is my bread and butter trade. So that's the first option. Now, earnings iron condor, I don't take these trades at all in our Discord server. I have mentioned a few examples in my book. If you haven't read my book, I highly recommend that you read that to understand what these are. But I will explain to you. So, as you know, I avoid earnings like the plague. Earnings are considered a binary event, and because the outcome is unknown, a stock can violently move up or down, and nobody knows how it will react. So, because of that, if at any point I look at a trade and I see that the earnings date are overlapping with my trade expiration date, I don't take the trade. So when earnings season starts, you will find yourself in a situation where you can't find any trades because almost every stock in your watch list has earnings coming up. So for those times, you can use these earnings iron converts. They are really fun trades. They last for only one day, and they give you results really quick. And I would recommend that you watch the detailed video on earnings iron condors to understand how to put on these trades. So that's that. And then the TTM squeeze breakout is also a trade that I do take in my group. What these trades are is, with mean reversion, what happens is when a stock drops too much or goes up too much, we take the contrarian mindset and we go the opposite direction. What happens sometimes is stocks get stuck in a tight trading range. So they'll just go like this for a long time. It could happen for weeks or even months. And the thing is, if you take a trade during those called squeezes, it's very hard to make money because you'll keep getting chopped out. So what this does is it identifies stock that were in a squeeze and now are breaking out of that squeeze. So when stocks get stuck in a volatility contraction phase, you don't take any trades, but you can take trades when that volatility expansion happens again. And what this scanner will do is it will identify that this stock was stuck in a volatility contraction period and now breaking out. It will even tell you which direction is breaking out, and you simply take trades in that direction. Again, more details about how to use this scanner with examples are available when you choose this trade type. So these are the three trades. I'll keep adding more trades based on demand, but this is what I have for now. And then this whole section is about filtering your criteria. So you can choose, in this case, bullish or bearish. You can choose what's the minimum RSI you want, maximum RSI. Earnings I always leave at default at 30. You can choose width. So A lot of new members, they don't want to risk too much money while they're learning, so they prefer dollar one wide spreads because they risk only $50 per trade. And that's a great way to learn something without risking a big amount of money on a trade. And there is this thing called strictness level. I recommend that you start with normal. What that'll do is it'll change all these values. It's even telling you that what is normal mean is RSI rising for minimum 5 days, DMI bullish confirmation minimum 5 days. So it's telling you what all this strictness level means, and it will automatically check and uncheck these boxes for you. If you don't find any trades after having a normal strictness level, you can always drop it down to low, and that should bring up some trades. But basically, play around with these criteria and get to a point where it's only giving you back maybe 5 trades. You don't want to see too much noise. And once you have that, the cool thing about this scanner is that whatever criteria you have selected last, it will remember it. So you come back after 5 days, open the website, it will remember your settings. So play around with it, narrow it down to a point where you are only able to see like 5 trades. And then you just take those trades, go to your charting platform, and see if you like the setup.